0, 6, 5 of Down to Dunk. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcast. Go to theathletic.com/down2dunk and get The Athletic for half off. I am Luke, joined this morning by Andrew.
But I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool, pretty damn cool. Woo!
Slam through.
Taylor.
I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator all along. Okay, this one I need help understanding.
A joke?
Yeah. Okay. It's so much better when everyone is in. Slam through.
And Jay.
It's Jay. Hey, we actually have a Twitter question to start the whole morning together. From @MakeHistoryFun asks, what is the L-Man's intro from?
Do you guys know? Have I ever told you guys?
Is it from
Somebody said that you were
Monday
actually
Night Raw?
told the story on the pod.
It's heavily based from Big E's intro to the New Day from Monday Night Raw, or just WWE stuff.
Gosh, I got so lucky on my guess.
It was. I think I've touched.
I mean, you kind of throw that one on the wall, and it's going to be the answer for a majority of things that the L-Man does.
I know, but I could have said a lot of different things.
That's true, but that is right.
Yeah, Final Fantasy.
Freddie got fingered.
Yeah.
Can't say that anymore.
It
I
just
would've
feels
known that.
weird. It just feels
was intended.
weird. I was
to
like,
be
is that right?
Yeah.
Why? Because it's a cinematic masterpiece. Why do you not understand your joke?
Well,
I'll say the
because
joke again. I wasn't paying attention.
okay, I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator all along. Okay, I understand that you've been putting your clothes in the refrigerator, but why are your clothes shrinking if you put them in the refrigerator?
I don't know.
I don't get the joke.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
Maybe the joke is that we're sitting here talking about it.
But it's on best dad jokes.
Joke's on us, I guess.
There's also a subreddit called Dad Jokes. It's pretty good if you ever lack content.
Oh, that's the one I
Yeah,
need to
you
go
should
to.
you should go there.
You think I should go there instead of countryliving.com?
I don't know, man.
Definitely.
Premier website.
Hey, everyone listening, go to @down2dunk.com and buy our Down to Dunk shirts. Shout out to @BrandonLand_ for helping us make them. The shirts are out there. People are wearing them probably right now listening. And
It's
if that's
true.
you, send us a picture.
Yeah, send us a pic.
We want to see them.
Luke's cell phone number.
Don't send them to me. Tweet them at us.
Gosh,
Send
do you
Luke a
remember that?
text.
There used to be a local radio host that would give out his personal cell phone number to people and ask for pictures.
No.
Yes. I think
No.
we texted about this before. He's not on the radio anymore because he kept getting in trouble.
Yeah, shouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's Luke's cell phone number.
No.
Okay, training camp this week.
You gotta
Yeah.
You
Here
gotta earn it.
here in OKC at the Blue facility where the dog food is made, across from where the dog food is made.
Mm.
Taking it back to the roots for these players.
To the roofs.
To the roofs.
Woof.
Roof, roof.
Oh, I get it. It's good. I know that joke better than refrigerator shrinking.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a
what the
much-
hell?
That's a much better joke.
Mm.
It's a good dad joke.
So it's pretty interesting that they're back there.
They're trying to recreate a vibe.
They're trying to recreate the foundational vibe.
Are they running the hill? So there used to be a hill that
Oh,
the guys would have to run over the
Right.
neighborhood.
I need to ask that. I don't
Yeah.
know. I haven't heard
Ask them.
about the hill.
Ask them.
Yeah.
Ask them.
Ask him, Andrew.
Ask him, Andrew.
Don't
Andrew,
get so
ask him.
weird. Stop getting so weird.
Ask him now. Text him.
Andrew,
Hey,
do it already.
Hello.
Yeah, it's fun, man. The vibe around it, I mean, just feels fun.
Oh, the vibes were off the charts.
And if you haven't had a chance to, on Monday, Andrew had a interview podcast with a whole bunch of players, and I thought each one of those was high quality. And it does feel like the vibe is pretty nice.
The vibes were immaculate.
Media day vibes, though.
You know, always feel that way.
Yeah, everything. Everyone's always positive. Everything is new. Possibilities are endless.
Yeah,
on
but
media day.
this is really like new for a
Yeah.
lot of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it. Like all of us sitting at this table are older than the oldest Thunder player.
Yeah, including me, the
Yeah.
kid.
This is the first time ever.
What year is Muscala?
Yeah, I
born?
think probably the first
91?
time.
I
ever.
could not be Muscala's
They're both
father.
91. I'm a month older than Derrick Favors and Muscala.
Part of it is that like we're old now, but also this is an unusually young team for the oldest player to be 30.
Yeah.
I think I might be older than Daignault. How old is he?
I think you might be older than Daignault.
Dang, dude.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Take a
I
moment.
think Daignault's just like a little bit older than me. But anyways, Mark's great. All the players love him. I love him. He's great.
Mark D's.
Everybody would love him. Anything that stuck out to you guys from Media Day?
I am
Specifically?
older than Daignault. He was born in 85, February of 85.
Yeah.
Wow, happy birthday to him when that rolls around.
Yeah, we'll let him know.
Mhm.
Tell him.
Anything stick
Happy
up from,
future birthday.
from Media Day?
Media Day or training camp or anything.
I like all your interviews because each one was just like a little, just like bite. It's like at the end of it, it's like I could have that go on for twice as long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what you want it to be. Though.
You
You're
left
like,
me.
oh,
You left me wanting more.
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, there wasn't a
Definitely.
point in any one of them where I was like, okay, I'll fast forward.
Yeah,
this
let's
one.
move on.
Kenrich was awesome.
Kenrich was so great. I love Kenrich.
I think the hype train for Roby is unsettling.
It's left the station. Chew.
Yeah.
Chew.
Who's aboard the Roby
You gotta
train?
get on now.
Who's
Jay's,
on?
Jay's been on.
Jay's the conductor.
and now it's time for us to
or
switch.
maybe Jay's
Yeah.
duct taped to the front of it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I just don't know what he could do differently that's going to make you go, holy, this guy could be a guy.
I
like,
guess.
Shooting,
Huh, you're off the train now.
dribbling.
No one talks about his shooting. They talk about his screen setting and pick and roll as a pick and roll guy.
And
Which is like-
athleticism.
If you want to talk about what people are like, that's an all-star right there. Screen setting and pick and roll.
No one thinks he's going to be an all-star, Jamon. Like, no one's thinking.
I do. Mark it down.
they all
Most
said
improved player, Isaiah Roby.
they all said they just love playing with him.
Yeah.
So maybe, and it's
kinda
maybe
that
it's the
glue
same
guy.
thing
He's a
as
glue
like
guy.
with Kenrich,
Yeah.
where it's like if you play pickup with him or he's on your team, he's going to do all the crap that you don't want to do. So
I
it's
think
really
Roby-
fun to play with him.
Roby's I think he's a good athlete. Like,
He-
can
yeah,
do
he is a
things
good
that are
He's a
really
good
impressive.
athlete. He got better last year.
He did. Although he was already good.
Yeah.
So
Well-
just from good to great.
Can we go from good to great?
That's the question.
Has he read the book?
I don't know.
Has he read the book? Ask him.
I can.
Ask him.
Do it next media day.
Isaiah.
Have you read the book?
I mean, the biggest part that makes me think that he'll play is that Derrick Favors' knee is not okay.
Fantastic.
Which
Derek, why don't you just take the year off, buddy?
that was one of the bigger takeaways from Media Day. Is like everybody's good to go except for that guy. That guy's not good to go. And then he hasn't been. I think yesterday was his first day that he was actually present for practice. So he's been getting treatment on his knee. He went, I don't know where he went. He went somewhere. Mark said that his flight got in at a certain time on the second day of practice. So I was like, like, where's he going? He's going back to Utah. I don't know what he's
Why
I don't know
not
where he's
just
going.
buy him out?
They might. I mean, let's just see if
Or
he
waive
can.
him.
Let's just see if he can play first, and then maybe you can get a second rounder or something for him.
You can't.
I mean, I don't know.
Not
He
with
was
that
a-
attitude.
He really has not been that bad in his NBA career.
Yeah, but who in the NBA would give up an asset to get a guy like Derrick Favors?
who needs a backup center?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's not my job to figure that out, Jay.
Yeah, Jason.
It is not. It is
So
not. It is our job to speculate upon that thing.
Yes.
I found this to be interesting about Isaiah Roby. So he was picked in the second round by the Mavs.
Yep.
The players that were selected around him: 44, Bol, 45, Isaiah Roby, 46, Taylor Horton Tucker. That's just a little interesting little
Yeah,
combo
wow.
there in the middle of the second round. Because I think a lot of times we think of Roby as just like this scrap heap guy that was just like he just emerged, like he just came from nowhere. Like we didn't really know a lot about him when he came from the Mavs. But they spent like a decent second rounder on him, and so
Yeah, it's not like he's Charlie Brown and
he's
those
not
guys.
he's not undrafted. He's not just
yeah.
some
yeah,
G League
Charlie
player.
Brown, Lou Dort.
Yeah, Lou
I
Dort,
couldn't
Not
remember
one
the
of
other
those
guy's name.
guys.
Jeremiah Hall? No.
Josh Hall.
Josh
Josh
Hall.
Hall.
Jeremiah Hall. Let me pick a J name.
Yeah.
Put
Just
Hall
pull
at the
pull
end.
it out of thin air.
Yeah.
Jesus
What else
Hall?
stuck out? Well, you were far more present on training day, media day. What was what do you take away from it?
I know what he took away from it.
I took away that sign
A
that says "Down
sign.
to Dunk" on it. If you're
It
watching
looks
on YouTube,
beautiful.
you can see it. Yeah.
Stealing.
That was honestly one of the bigger takeaways for
It's
me.
a huge takeaway. It's big. It's a lot
We
bigger than I
made
thought
it,
it was.
baby.
It looks good.
It does look good.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, Roby is a big one that so many guys talked about him. Now, does it mean that Coach Stegnault sees and thinks the same things about him? Like,
Yeah.
not necessarily.
Oh no.
But if Favors can't go on night one, he's got to probably be the favorite to start at center, though. Don't you
Sure.
think?
Yeah.
Although we have heard about JRE that everybody keeps saying that he's shooting the ball really well. And I was present for a few of those makes. So
I saw your video at practice the other day,
yeah,
and Giddey was swish bombing.
he was, and then he missed a ton after. I
Oh,
took
really?
That video.
Well,
yeah,
good.
he did.
That's a good video that you posted
I
then.
know.
And this is
Yeah.
why you don't trust videos that are on the internet. People.
Don't trust the video.
That's just like a general statement. Like it said nothing to do with basketball. Like,
Yeah, just
listen,
yeah.
like just double check it.
yeah. And he obviously.
Well, go ahead.
Oh my!
Thank you.
Giddey's
PlayStation 5 time.
Oh yeah,
really.
hit.
Did you get one?
I'm trying to be trying to right now during the pod. Give me some-
Okay.
Well, see you later, Alman.
Well, good. So, wow. Giddey's release needs some work, clearly. But it's not. Some people think it's like broken. I don't think it's broken. I just think he's got to speed it up. Which the Thunder have. Like, remember when Shea first got here,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and everyone was like, "Oh man,
His release
like-
is real slow.
And like you look at Shea's release now, and it's like, whoa. Like Shea looks really good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shea-
looks swole.
Yeah. Well, he looks swole, and his release is like, okay, like this is for real.
So tell me about the energy in the room when Poku is across the table from you.
When he walks in, it is weird energy. Certainly,
Yeah.
it is as strange as you'd imagine it would be, but like, he is super nice, like just a really nice person. And he's pretty thoughtful, and he is like just genuinely being himself as much as possible, which is really cool. Like he's not trying to be anything else.
Mhm.
Isn't
other
it
than
funny to
himself.
see these giant people like Poku sitting in normal chairs?
Yeah, that picture you
Yeah.
posted looks
It's like
so
arms
weird.
and legs everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture from the Mavericks one where it was
Yeah, I saw
Boban and Porzingis? It's literally just you can't even see the chair, number one, and it's just legs everywhere.
up to their chest. or
It's
whatever.
crazy
Crazy.
because it
Hey,
looks
man,
like
don't
they
worry
gave
about it.
them
Just finish
they
what you're
gave them a too tiny chair.
Yeah.
You can't have big chairs everywhere.
No.
Just in case a player is in that room.
Okay,
It's a
this
question, though. Are
this
the
is
chairs
one room that you know
big people are going to be
big
sitting
people are going to be sitting in these chairs? It's not like
there? Do they
oh
have
my gosh,
But
we
are there
don't-
large chairs?
Yeah.
Larger standard folding chairs somewhere?
guys? Oh my
Probably.
gosh, I can't believe it. I gotta go.
Luke.
Gotta go to Norman today.
It's worth it.
What is going
PS5,
on?
bro.
PS5, bro. This is huge for me. This is huge for me.
Oh, one thing I did kind of pick up on, and Alex and Andrew talked about this on Wednesday. It seemed like Poku's teammates were not 100% as sold on Poku as we, the fans, are.
Yeah. Who was it that was asked? I think it was Muscala that was primarily asked about him. And he said some decent things, but he just talked about his defense development. Yeah, it didn't feel like there's quite as much excitement about Poku.
Yeah, Kenrich was kind of the same thing, where you could tell he was just being nice. Andrew, did you feel like
Were they hedging their bets on Poku?
his teammates do not seem as sold on Poku as fans are sold on Poku?
Well, I had to ask about him.
Well, I know, but we're saying like when they talked about other players, it seemed like a little bit more.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
didn't have to think about what they were going to say as much.
yeah, I would just say that, like, we have to understand like how far away Poku is and how far away he was last season from being like a legitimate role player on any NBA team kind of guy. You know, he wasn't that last year. And so if he can take a step toward that this season, that's what we're looking for. And so I don't know. I don't know what to take away from that because when you're playing pickup, you're not getting direction from anybody on what you should be doing.
And I will
You
say
know.
this too about Poku is I thought his answer to the question that you asked about his development
Yeah.
was really wise, actually. Like, listen,
Mhm.
I'm waiting to get on the floor so I can see where I am comparatively compared to last year.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's kind of a great response to that question. His English was
It's a lot.
substantially better.
It was a lot better. I remember talking to him on Zoom. Sorry, L man.
Sorry,
I
man.
remember talking to him
L
on
took an
Zoom.
L. Took an L on the pod.
No,
Taking an L.
Live L. I know.
Oh, but yeah, I thought
I mean,
You know,
they didn't dog him. You know, like Poke's got a long way to go. Or
They
not-
didn't-
Not
they
that
didn't-
would. Not that they would.
I will say they didn't make me feel like things are not going well for him.
Right.
They weren't like, well, Poku's really young. If somebody
Mhm.
started
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
answer with that, it would be like, oh no.
I did
Like-
like Shea's. I like Shea. Speaking of kind of the acknowledging the youthfulness, like Shea acknowledging, like, hey, I'm still a young guy too,
Mhm.
and I feel like I'm part of that. And I think there's hope because a lot of people, I think the anxiety in the Thunder fan base in general is a result of this fear that Shea is going to age out of this rebuild. And for him to acknowledge that he doesn't see himself as set apart that
Mhm.
much from these guys, which is the right thing to say. I get all of that, but that could have answered in a different way. Like if he would have just said, yeah, we do have a lot of young guys and,
Mhm.
it's going to be a fun year watching them develop. And instead he's like, I still feel like I'm developing and in that young kind of era.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that answer.
Yeah, for everybody that's like, is he gonna be upset when they lose games? Like you can put that to bed for now. Like just
Yeah. And Presti and Daignault both acknowledged like, yeah, Shea's clearly a part of these conversations about our franchise's future.
yeah. Well, and it's just funny. Everyone's talking about like setting a baseline, building a foundation. It's like, guys, we're going to really stink this year. It's like they're trying to find like nice ways to say that because we're so young and because we're going to play all the young guys, like we are playing them. Like we're trying to figure out who these guys are. I think, kind of what we expected last year could be more of what we're going to get for this season.
Which I would love that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care as much about losing games if they're just going to play all these young guys.
Yeah,
Well,
I think that will be the
At
case.
Panicked Waddle asks a question I think is good. Is this season going to be fun?
Yes, it will be so
I
much
think
more
so
fun.
too. I think even if Shea sits for a while, but you're getting a ton of Giddey minutes, Trey Mann's going to play. Like if you see something, that was the weird thing about last year is it was like a whole collection of players that you just didn't see any real future for them with the team outside of Poku. That's why it's like when Poku was playing, I watched it.
Yeah.
When he wasn't, I drifted off into other things way easier.
And when Shea wasn't playing, and Poku
But
wasn't
that's what I'm
playing.
saying. Like
Yeah.
when it was that season, like oh
Yeah.
my gosh, nobody is playing. It's not fun to watch those. But if you're playing all of these guys, I mean, they're surely by far the youngest team in the NBA now, aren't they?
I would guess so. I need to look. I haven't
Like
looked.
they're starting. I mean, they're going to play so many young guys.
Yeah.
20, 21, 22. Like, and that's going to aid in the ultimate goal of being bad enough to get a top 3 pick,
Mm-hmm.
which, if you're not, I know it's early to start getting to draft, but the top 3 is looking like kind of the cream of the crop in this next draft, which is not abnormal. That's what normally it is, but
The best guys
it's not.
Are gonna
look
be in
like the
top
best
3.
guys.
But last year we convinced ourselves that it was the top 5 that was going to be it. I think that that there's a pretty. I mean, Hardy would be the 4th. Anyway, there's a line of demarcation. It feels like at 3.
Dang, Jason, already getting into
Man,
draft
it's
stuff, man.
This is what you do, man. Is you've got to figure out what changes the trajectory of this team. And other than the guy's development that's already there, it's like they've got to hit on it. They've got to hit on somebody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the draft stuff too, like we get halfway through the college season, maybe one of the guys we think is going to be good isn't good, but then there's like 2 other guys or one other guy that's like, oh, like this
'cause
guy's actually
before
guy.
the season, Zion wasn't the mock drafted at number 1. It was Barrett was number 1.
Yeah.
Because he was the number 1 recruit out of high school
Mhm.
too. Anyway,
Yeah.
I have a question about Giddey.
Mhm.
His sister lives here. He has
Mhm.
family here.
She's
Why?
She plays basketball at ORU.
Yeah, she's at ORU. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does he have other family here? Or that's it.
His parents are here now.
Oh, really? They're just
Mhm.
gonna live here.
Yeah, they moved here with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Yep. Their whole family's here now. Pretty cool.
Is he living with his parents?
I don't know that. I would guess.
Ask him.
I would guess the answer is yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would guess that the answer is yes.
He's
He's
19.
Yeah, he's not 19 yet.
He's not.
No, he's 18 still. He turns 19 very
That's
soon.
insane.
This
So
sucks.
that's and living in a whole new country, a whole new city, all by yourself at 18 years old.
I did. Speaking of that, I did appreciate Poku talking about how when he first got here, it was really hard,
Yeah.
and all I could think about was, yeah, they wouldn't let you in the line during the national anthem, man.
I know. Moses Brown closing you out, bro.
I need to know about.
Well, look
that.
who's
I need
still
to
on
know
the
what that
team.
is.
Look who's
Right.
still in the NBA.
That's right.
Not Moses. He is in the NBA.
He is in the NBA.
Josh turns 19 on October 10th.
Oh man, shout out and happy birthday.
Oh, 10-10.
10-10-2-1. 19 years old. Coming up, man.
Okay.
Okay. Anytime someone tells you your birthday, wish them happy birthday.
Hey, if you've got to hook up on a PlayStation 5, holler at
God,
that, man.
no. Keep it to yourself. You're
Perry
a
Jones-
scammer. You're
Perry
trying
Jones
to
is third.
scam me.
Hit up PJ3.
Hit
Yeah.
up Barry Jones.
Yeah, he tried to scam me. His account got hacked. He says.
Yeah, right.
His account
Whatever.
got hacked. Scammer.
He's got a trunk full of them.
I almost got murdered.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, back to the fun question. You look at just like one of these games toward the end of last season where like how many guys do you feel like you're truly invested in were playing in those games?
None.
You know, and I think the answer will be more this year. Like the starting lineup against the Kings, this was like the third to last game. Basley, Kenrich, Poku, Moses Brown, Isaiah Roby. Like that was the starting
They
lineup.
were starting Brown and Roby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then like Svi gone, Deck, who's still here, who knows why. Tony Bradley gone, Jalen Horde, Charlie Brown. Like that's the team. Like that was the team. And it was just like, man, I'm watching Poku and Basley who can hopefully get better and aren't doing just a ton in this game. Poku scored 10 points. He took 8 shots.
What did Basley do in that game?
He had 18, 5 and 5
Because
actually.
I remember in those games was when you were seeing Basley
Baze played
trying
well.
to. He did play well, but it was interesting to watch him have to create his own shot way more than
Yeah.
we're used to
He
seeing.
was being
Yeah.
super aggressive,
Yeah.
and he kind of acknowledged that in the interview, and he didn't really give any sort of reasoning why he played so differently.
He was trying to think of it. He's
Yeah.
like,
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I think he really was thinking.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
was-
yeah.
he
There
was
was
a
a
good
pause
interview.
on there.
He was
in
think-
that Basley.
He was thinking a
interview.
lot during the interview, like trying to really like give an answer, like give a real answer.
It feels like you and his beef has been squashed. You feel like it's squashed?
It was squashed a year ago,
I don't know.
but we
man.
won't get into
I don't
that.
know.
We won't get
I
into
don't
that.
think so. It doesn't feel squashed now. Now that I
Yeah,
think
now
about
that
it.
you won't talk about it, seems
That's
like
right.
a super beef.
Jay just rebeefed it.
What
Yeah.
was weird is like that happened, and then like we could never see each other in person.
Did y'all hug?
You know.
Did y'all hug on Monday?
Give a handshake.
What was
Huh.
that last one?
Yeah. What was that last part? A little shake. I don't know
You
if it
know,
was a handshake, but it was a shake. It's a shake of something.
So
You know what I mean.
So what is it? Show Taylor what the handshake is. So you just see Basley. Come on, let's see it. Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, that's all.
Because this is a real question.
Oh,
I
the
have.
handshake.
I
is
almost
super-
always do the little twist on somebody.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that appropriate? Inappropriate?
I think
so
that's
inappropriate.
fine. I think it's fine.
No, I'm saying like grown men is how I normally.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm at church and I'm like, hey, how are you? And then I just always turn it because I just want, and then I pull them real close.
And then
kiss
you say,
them
"My
on the-
brother."
Come here.
Is that inappropriate? Pull him real close.
Kiss him on the mouth.
Kiss him on the mouth.
Greet people with the holy kiss, man. I'm hot. Y'all okay?
I'm hot.
That's biblical.
Yeah.
man.
No, I mean, I don't know what we were talking about.
I don't know. Hey, our first game though is Monday night.
Monday night. Okay.
Woohoo.
With that,
Oh man, preseason or Raw?
Preseason or Raw? Raw's not very good right now.
You got picture in picture?
Raw's
Go,
not good.
hot between them. Not great right now.
Is it even on TV though? First preseason game.
I think it's on like the Thunder app or whatever.
Ooh.
Man,
And it's here. You could go.
How much
See
it
you there.
takes?
You could get in for $5, I think.
Oh,
here's my
yes!
question.
I'm
is-
so glad
here's
we're
my
back to being.
Here's
that
my
bad again.
question:
Yeah.
is how much are the beers?
How much?
How much are the hot dogs there?
Bro, I have no clue.
Ask him.
Because if we're talking
Ask 'em.
dollar beers, dollar
Andrew's
dogs,
getting all of it. No, this isn't a Dodgers game.
I know that's what gets me to go there, not the sport.
This guy podcast.
That's what would get me to the blue.
Thunder basketball.
Dollar
That's not-
beers,
that's not
dollar
blue.
dogs.
They're not going to do dollar beers, dollar dogs. Bro.
This is the Oklahoma City Thunder.
How much are the beers and how much are the dogs?
The
Dude,
same price they've
expensive.
always been.
Which is what?
You, ha-
$8.50.
Not
you
going.
have a,
You've been 1,000 times.
Not going.
and you have a job.
You have like a
Not
good
going.
job.
I need dollar beers and dollar dogs.
Why don't you go to Sam's Club and sneak a few dogs in?
Now we're talking.
All right.
Or Costco.
Yeah. Whichever one
That's
you
a
prefer.
that's a competition right there. Why don't you do me a favor this week? I'll go with you to Costco because I know you don't have a membership. If you got a Sam's card, give me a little hot dog comp.
The Costco's dogs are better.
You don't
so.
have
If you
don't-
go with me, I'll go.
You don't have to have a Costco card to get the dog.
Ooh.
If you go with me, I'll go, and that'll be my deep.
Just walk in when they look
don't
for your
have to-
card. Go, I'm just coming for dogs.
I'm here for the dogs.
You can seriously do that. You can do it.
Really?
Out of my way,
I
I'm starving.
Lay off, man. I'm starving.
I'm just here for the dogs.
Get off me.
I'm here for the dogs.
Yeah. Going for the dogs. You can do it.
I mean, Jay, friend.
We
friendship.
did. Luke and I had a date at Sam's Club.
We used to go all the time.
yeah, at least twice.
Uh-huh. No, we've been
All
more.
the time.
Maybe I don't know.
It felt a lot. to
It
me.
did.
I think we went a lot.
Weird.
It's the thing I miss
This is
most about my
you were in
old
the
job.
city, man.
I know it's
I
great.
know.
That's the thing I miss most. I had lunch
Just you and
with
me going
friends.
to Sam's
Nathan
Club.
Creamer on the stream says, "Did Luke just admit he only goes there for the wieners?"
Yeah, the dogs. That's what gets me to like a Dodger game. I'm not going to watch a baseball game. I'm going
Yeah,
for
well,
the
that's
dogs,
slightly
going for the
different, I would
beers.
hope.
Yeah,
Slightly.
you're not
You
on like a
literally
Dodgers
weekly-
podcast,
weekly
That
for
weirdo.
years
That
have
you
talked about
know
basketball.
about.
Dude. We know.
That you know about.
Yeah, we would know by now.
Well, I'm not going to go to the Blue game.
It's
Unless-
not the blue.
It's not
That's
the
what
blue,
we're ta-
bro.
No, we're not.
No, we're not, dude.
Okay, sorry.
Nobody ever said anything about the blue.
Sorry.
We're talking about an NBA preseason game, a real
Still not
one.
going to go unless it's the dollar dogs and dollar beers.
It's never existed. Then you're never going to go.
Well, no, I'll go to a future one. It's not a preseason game.
Oh,
That's
that's
it.
the line of
The preseason
demarcation.
game. I'm not going to go.
Wow.
Uh huh.
Well, this was fun.
Luke needs it to mean something.
Yeah, that's it.
I need to save
Uh-huh.
$6, or I'm not going.
I will say this would be kind of fun to go. I might. Is that Monday night?
Yeah.
Monday night,
It's Monday night.
$5.
Dang.
Wouldn't it be kind
I
of?
don't want to sit there. Like I would pay good money to be closer
I wish.
if
I
those
wish he was
tickets are
gonna go.
available.
I'm not going to sit there unless they're dollar dogs. It's the same thing.
You've got a.
And then we agree with them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're playing the Hornets, so you may get to see,
Lamella.
LaMelo and
Miles Bridges.
I
whoever
love
else
that.
is on there.
I'm just excited to
Giddey.
to
I mean, you
watch
see a lot of guys.
basketball in person again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Will you mask or no mask?
I'm gonna mask,
Yeah.
even though I'm vaxxed,
Vaxxed and masks, man.
baby.
And
Even if
the-
it's like I'm just gonna do it because it's why? Because it's not that hard, and also why? Because just do it.
Yeah. Nike.
Man.
Just do it. It's
Yeah.
all
Chili's.
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 Just right. what was it? Chili's, but it was really the
It was really
Outback.
Outback.
Really,
It was
it's
really
really
Outback.
Outback Steakhouse.
No
wrong,
rules, just
no
right,
rules, just right.
Chili's.
Yeah.
Which, sorry,
Don't apologize for that. I loved it.
Luke,
sorry.
Luke obviously it's
You
got
guys-
some feelings.
You guys go to Chili's very often?
No,
No.
I haven't been in
I
years.
don't either.
but I would go
There-
though. That is a place I'm like, if someone was like, "You want to go to Chili's?" I'd be like, Yeah,
I mean,
actually,
I
let's
would
go hit a
it's
happy
fine.
hour.
I
Yeah.
would go, but I will never decide. I will never put it forward.
Yeah, I never
Yeah,
think
it's
of it.
really not that
Yeah,
bad.
it's kind of one of those things that's a little bit dangerous if you threw it out there. Like if you said, "Hey, you
Yeah.
want to go to a restaurant?" You're like, "Yeah, let's go to Chili's." People be like, "Oh, that guy goes to Chili's."
That guy goes to Chili's.
That's what he thinks.
There are
of
some people-
first when you say restaurant.
Go to.
There are some people- there are people out there that love Chili's.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
Chili's.
Yeah.
I just haven't been a long time.
All right. Well, we'll take a break and we'll come back after the break. And we're back now that the break is over.
John's back doing bigger and entering. John's back doing bigger and entering.
I wish you could feel how uncomfortable we all got when Luke's deep dive was just talk about you.
I
Andrew
could
and
feel it.
Andrew and I were
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
I-
we're really doing this.
God.
This is what I could tell. Okay, he came not prepared for this, but hey, this is nice for me and only me.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I like it, but I don't know if this is like
So we
Guys,
just
a
we
good
made we
idea.
had
Make
a
your wife listen to it.
my wife.
Your wife.
All right, I'm Tejan in my factory. Did
beep.
Jay is on another level.
He really
today.
is. What's going on
Have you
here?
had a coffee before this, Jason?
I don't know what's going on.
I'm literally.
All right, Ben Simmons update because I love these.
Okay.
Embiid, did you guys see what Embiid said yesterday?
Yeah, bro.
Oh my good gravy!
It was
For those
awesome.
of us that maybe did not see it, what did he say?
Okay, he
I heard
said,
about the Jimmy Butler thing.
I'm going to paraphrase.
Yeah, come
all
on.
of this.
Paraphrase it all.
So basically, he said it's kind of weird to me because we've always built the team around his needs and to like keep the ball in his hands. Jay needs a break or something. I
You
don't
need to
know.
go take a walk.
Yeah, he needs to take a cold shower or something. It's very excited.
We're gonna get the first ever J mute on the pod.
He's already muted himself.
Oh
yeah.
wow!
All right, Ben Simmons update. Unbelievable.
Can't even talk today.
What the hell was I even saying?
You're trying-
Embiid.
Yeah.
So he said he's basically calling Ben Simmons out, and now he's just being a lot more upfront about his feelings about this whole Ben Simmons
Yeah.
situation.
Now
saying,
that like Ben is like, you know what? No, I'm done with him.
Yeah.
Done with that guy. And he's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm done with him too.
yes,
Yeah.
way better for Embiid to be done with someone than someone else to be done because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
actually get content out of it.
Right.
But he said we've always built the team around him and his needs, and we even got rid of Jimmy so that Simmons could have the ball in his hands more. And he said, which I thought was a mistake still.
Yeah.
But Embiid was
love
just
that.
kind of going on and on about it, and I just love it. And I don't know, the Sixers are still saying we are not going to trade him.
Yeah.
Then what are you gonna do?
Oh, they're just trying to control the narrative
They're gonna
because
wait.
it's completely. I mean, his value could not be lower.
Yeah.
Are they actually making his value lower by being stubborn and not?
I think his
Having
value
trade-
is I think his value is where it is. I don't think there's a lot you can do to make it better or worse.
Well, especially if he's not going to play.
Yeah. It's just is where it is.
But the
And
longer he doesn't play, the less value.
I don't think that's true. I think the longer that
It
he
puts
does,
more pressure on the 76ers to trade him. The longer he
it
I know it's-
depends. It depends.
I know it's not going to happen, but that Ben Simmons Kyrie swap
is interesting.
is very interesting.
I mean, that's like ideal for the Sixers as long as Kyrie just doesn't instantly retire.
Dude, I just can't see Kyrie and Embiid.
Coexisting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why?
because
Like personality wise?
Yeah,
Yes,
personality
yes.
wise.
oh,
that'd be
on the
great
court.
on the court.
Oh my god, on the court, that's awesome.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah,
I just wish they would. I know it's great for content to talk about, but I just am so ready for this Ben Simmons stuff to be over.
Buckle up, bro.
I just don't think he's. I don't know, man. I don't love guys that think they're way better than they are.
I love the drama.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's great for content, but I'm like, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the way they built the team, or at least started to build the team. But I've always kind of in the back of my mind pulled for the Sixers in the East.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Like I don't even know why. I really can't define why, but partly is I like Embiid and I like traditional big men. He's not really traditional per se, but he's pretty close. And so I'm just like, I would love for them to be able to. I just don't think there's any way to do this in a way where you as a team are improved ultimately from what it seems like the trade options are out there. Like if you, maybe I'm wrong, but if you were able to get Ben Simmons to Sacramento for Buddy Hield, and I mean, the Kings have admitted that they're not going to get rid of Halliburton or Fox, which could be posturing, but
For now, they're not.
you know, like I just am thinking Hield on that team. It all depends on Tyrese Maxey's development, like all of that. I just want this to be over so the Sixers can be a good team.
Well, and here's the thing too. They might, if they can trade Simmons and stay the same, that might be good enough. I mean, they were really
Not
good
enough
last
to,
year.
Not good enough to win a championship. No way.
Injuries?
That's what you'd have to benefit like Milwaukee did.
Yeah, but that's
That's a possibility.
that's how it is for every team that
You put yourself in
isn't-
the mix.
It does, but
Yeah.
I just don't think. I think that there's a level that they can't get. I wouldn't pick that Sixers team without Ben Simmons or a even remotely comparable player. I wouldn't pick them over the Heat. I wouldn't pick them over the Bucks. I
Over
wouldn't
the
pick them over the
Heat?
Nets. I think the Heat are going to be good.
Yeah, but like better than you think of them as a higher tier than the Sixers?
Without Ben Simmons. Yeah, and I'm just thinking like you look at elite guys, and I think you would take Bam, Jimmy Butler. I mean, obviously Kyle Lowry's a year lower, but I just think those two stars compared to Tobias Harris, and Embiid is by far the best player out of that mix.
Yeah.
But if you were just going to take star versus stars, like I would lean towards the Heat.
Yeah. They probably need another star.
They do.
That's why
I mean,
they're
they
not.
definitely need
That's why
another
they
star.
haven't traded him.
Yeah, and Morey is historically not given any cares about team chemistry or people's desires or emotions in it. So he just is like, we'll let it ride. We'll see what happens.
It's interesting, like, to look back on the Bucks now and see what they had to. So Nets had injury issues. Obviously, the Simmons thing with 76ers.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think of that Bucks team, back then we're all like, okay, yeah, Giannis is the best, but Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. But you kind of have to make yourself think about Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton as co-stars to
Yeah.
Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to convince yourself. So can the Sixers at least get that kind of player where it's like, yeah, they're a star?
Yeah, I mean, I do think that that's a possibility. I get what you're saying. It's just hard when you're always comparing that kind of roster build to a team like the Nets,
Yeah.
who it's like they have 3 of the top 12 players in the NBA, or even the Lakers with LeBron, Anthony Davis, and I mean, you can debate on where Russell lies in that list today. But I think that that's the hard part is like Embiid plus 2 middling stars.
Mhm.
Good, not great. I mean, I guess they're great. It just depends on your kind of marker. But I think that just puts you in a complex place. Like, Tobias Harris is exactly that guy.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Would you say
you wouldn't put Tobias Harris in the same conversation as Chris Middleton? or Drew
no?
Holiday.
I would say he's
he's
less.
getting paid like them.
I might put him with Drew Holiday though.
Bro, you're wrong.
Drew was, he's good. He was coasting on some reputation a little bit last year though in the playoffs.
Did you watch him in
showed
the
up in some
finals?
big
Yeah,
ways.
He was good in the finals.
He was not great offensively.
He was not that awesome the whole playoffs though.
He was
Oh,
up and down.
The Bucks were
Yeah.
horrible
There were some
until they
there were some tough
figured something out against the Suns.
there were some tough times for the Bucks, but like they don't get close to winning it without him.
I agree. I totally agree.
The hard part for me in this whole Ben Simmons conversation is he made it clear this last week that he believes, and I think he's actually right, is he needs to be the centerpiece of a team that is created to fit him.
Mm-hmm.
And that, but for me is what that puts me in this place. I'm like, so where are you going?
Yeah.
Because if you're saying I'm only going to play for these California teams, which I'm pretty positive is not the Kings, because for Ben Simmons, he needs to be the building block to where you're literally going just surrounding him with shooting. So he's basically playing center as far as the way you're organizing.
No,
your
he
team.
wants to play point guard.
But he's going to play point guard. But you know what I'm saying? You have to surround it. He's kind of like Russell Westbrook-esque in the way that you should ideally create a team around Russ.
Which yes, but if you can't score, then it doesn't matter. If Ben Simmons was the best player and they built, this amazing team around him, that's probably not a championship team.
No.
We just have to see it.
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? I am not
I get what you're saying.
I am not making the comparison that he is Russell Westbrook. Like Russell, I think, is a better player, and I'm obviously the defensive part of it. But what I'm saying is it feels like you have to create a team that feels similar, where it's like Ben's not going to be the one that spaces your floor. but he wants to be the one that handles the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how. I mean, in none of those teams that he wants to go to makes sense. Like maybe the Clippers, but they have no way of getting him right.
Golden State can still make
It's
sense.
unlikely.
But that's not going to happen, probably.
I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think Golden State would do it.
Yeah, their owner even got fined for saying he's not going to do it.
If he's saying he's not going to do it, they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Their owner believes in their young guys like outrageously. So
Ted John's back to it bigger in victory. Ted John's back to it bigger in victory.
all right, we're going to take another break and we'll be back. We're diving deep. And now we're back and we're diving deep.
When water freezes, it expands.
Okay, back to the
So
bad
instead of putting it in the dryer, he puts the clothes in the refrigerator.
Mhm.
In Taylor's joke, the clothes should not shrink; they should get bigger.
Yeah, but the refrigerator isn't
freezing anything. It doesn't expand anything.
I know. Will you read the joke again?
Please
Yeah.
don't.
I thought my clothes
He actually stopped.
were shrinking. No, I remember it. Thought my clothes were shrinking in the dryer. Turns out I was putting them in the refrigerator the whole time. That was not exactly
I
the joke.
thought my clothes were shrink. I can't. It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. I don't get it.
Luke didn't have a deep dive. All right, let's move
What's
on
your
to
favorite
Twitter
things about
questions.
Luke?
Twitter questions.
It's my deep dive.
The preparedness has got to be high on.
Hey, our first
How
Twitter
prepared he
question
is.
comes from
How
Tim.
engaged he is. He wants to get a PlayStation 5 during the podcast.
If I could, I would. I can't.
We know that. We
So I
watched
won't.
you. Duh.
It's hard to get them when you have to be ready at a moment's
Okay,
notice.
here's a
You
question.
saw how quickly I did it, and I was not fast enough.
Yeah.
You were not. If I came in and I said, "Hey, I have a PS5 for you. You can have this, but you can't be on Down to Dunk anymore." Would you do it?
I wouldn't do it.
Okay, good.
Wow.
Just
Yeah.
testing your loyalty.
I don't
Yeah.
believe it, but
I don't believe
Yeah,
it either.
we'll see.
Well, no, it's because I can eventually get a PlayStation 5.
No, you can't get it. Or you
Yeah,
can say on
when
Down
you
to Dunk.
So
you
you're
can never
saying
get a
I
PlayStation
can
5.
never
You
get
can never
when
get
the
it.
6th comes out.
You could never get another PlayStation ever again.
Oh man, you don't know how many PlayStations there will be.
At
Right.
least 15 by the time we die.
Wow. I'll have to think about it. That's my deep dive for next week.
Wow.
Hey, our first Twitter question comes from Tim Rover.
That's
He
the
wants to
real
know
answer.
And
preseason
you're
He'll
fired.
forget that.
Yeah.
preseason man, dude, and guy rankings.
Oh, okay. I have the list right here. You
All
want
right,
me to
man.
just read them off?
Yeah.
And you guys say,
Maybe not all of them, but yeah,
Yeah,
well,
all,
just go really quick.
people you
Just go quick.
recognize.
Just
all
go
of
quick.
them. Yeah.
There's Basley.
man. Can we
Oh,
remember what the
really?
rankings
Is
are?
man
Let's establish the rating scale
Okay.
first. Okay. Man he's just a person on the roster.
Okay.
Okay.
man,
Charlie Brown.
Dude, yeah,
Not on
Charlie
the roster
Brown, if
anymore.
he was on the roster, would be a man. Dude is somebody that you're like, oh, okay. Like they're fringe rotation, right?
Mhm.
Like they could
Isaiah
be
Roby is a dude.
definitely a dude. He
Might be a guy
established
now.
his dudeness. No, not here.
He's got
He's
to prove
not.
something.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think Shea would say he's a guy, but like I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
And then a guy is somebody who's firmly established
There.
himself
Who's there?
as a person
Yeah.
that is in the rotation.
But you wouldn't say like Shea's a guy because it's like, well, yeah,
No, he's-
obviously
we don't have
he's
to
a-
talk
Shea's a-
about it.
He's transcended.
You already know. You already
Yeah.
know he's good.
He's transcended the scale.
If you-
Right.
Like Dort and Shea, we don't have to talk about them in this way at all
Yeah,
because
Muscala, you don't. This
because
is.
they are
It's got to be an unknown quantity too, right?
Muscala.
Musky.
Muscala's a
Muscala's a guy.
No. What I'm saying is like this is not the chart is for the guys that are unknown.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out who
It's
they
always
are.
this thing
Yeah,
where you're
yeah.
like, oh, he's a guy. Could
Yeah.
he be a guy? He might be a
Could
dude.
he be a guy?
right.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
he's a dude.
Okay, so
I
now
kinda
that
know
we've
what some of those
established
guys
that,
are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through the roster. Just go real quick. Okay, there's Basley.
A dude.
Dude.
Really? I would say he's a guy.
Dude, let's talk about his shooting splits and then talk about dude guyness.
But that's I always thought that dude guyness was related to their potential too.
Not
No,
necessarily.
dude
it's what
is
you
something
see.
where you see it and you're like, ooh, that guy may be a dude.
He
Or
shot
that guy might be a guy.
39% from the field.
That dude's a guy. That guy's a dude. Hey, that man's a guy.
Okay.
39% from the field. He's got to be better than that
Yeah.
to be a guy.
Okay.
So
Because
if he
you don't get
starts-
on the floor if you play for another team.
He starts the season shooting 37 from 3, and
Well, doesn't get on the floor if he plays for another team. I mean,
He might not.
Sterling Brown has played for every team he's been on. You don't think Basley would play?
Sterling Brown
for-
defends.
is Sterling Brown an
Sterling
actor
Brown, the actor?
or Bruce Brown? Who are we talking about?
No, I'm talking about. I'm right?
There's
There's a player called Sterling Brown.
there is.
Brown?
Who's from the
he's
Bucks.
he's fringe rotation. The only reason that he plays is because he defends.
he's on the
Basley's
Bucks.
not a great.
He's not on the Bucks right now.
Also in Brooklyn Nine-Nine for one episode.
Baze has not defended well to this point in his career.
Interesting. Okay,
So we got to see. We just need to see more. It's not that he can't get there. We just need to see more.
Gabriel Tortuga, the Turtle Deck.
Oh, man.
Man.
Yeah, he's like a man that came from like. I feel like he's like came from a time machine or something. Like I don't understand why he's here. If the reason that he was here was because he got here from a time machine, then I would understand it more. But it's not true.
Number 12, new Thunder player,
Yeah.
Mamadi. How do I say this last name?
There's a pronunciation guide at the bottom.
Oh, interesting.
He's a dude.
Where is it? Mamadi Diakite.
He's a man to this
If you
at this point.
if you have to go
Andrew
down
mentioned before the pod though that he was a kind of a fan favorite
He's-
in Milwaukee.
He was, but he's got to earn that here. Let's see it.
Got to earn it.
yeah, but isn't that dude status?
Got to earn it.
No, bro,
Diakite.
not yet. He could be a dude
Lou
eventually.
Dort next. Rob Edwards.
Don't know who that is.
Man.
man.
Derrick
He played point guard for Arizona State when Dort was there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Man.
Cool. Your name is Rob Edwards. Okay. We'll see. We'll see,
Sounds
Rob.
like an accountant.
Derrick Favors next. Josh Giddey. Man.
It's a dude.
He's a man. How can you say he's, a dude?
He's
How
a
can you
dude.
say he's a
He's
dude?
a dude.
He's
How? By
selected
his
sixth.
draft
He was
status.
selected sixth overall.
Let's go over his
You're so
his shooting.
anti-Giddey, man.
Let's go
He
over
is-
his. We know nothing about Giddey.
Let's go over his
3
shooting.
versus 1.
Let's go over
bro.
his shooting
Winner.
splits. Oh, he has none. Okay, man. You start at man and you work up to guy. All right. He's
Some-
nothing.
Some
He's nothing. He's just a man.
some guys are already dudes.
Yeah, let's vote.
That guy's a dude.
No, some men are already dudes.
That man is a dude.
He's a dude. I think you will like him. One thing that I discovered about Giddey is that he could grow a killer beard. Like he really could. Saw him up close the other day and I was like, you know what? At some point, Josh Giddey is going to have a killer beard.
Well,
And I
hope
think
so.
that will make you like him more.
I really hope he does that.
Yeah. I think that will
Uh,
happen. I think that we're lining up for that at some point.
Shay next. Ty Jerome, guy.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's got guy status.
He's a guy.
He shot 42% from 3.
He's a guy.
Guy town.
Guyville. Vic Krejci,
Man.
man.
Teo Maladon.
Dude.
He's a dude.
Wow, we're gonna get some hate for that one. Trey
Why?
Man,
Why?
Man.
because he's a fan favorite. People love
Is
Teo.
he though?
Man.
People, okay. Thunder Twitter
Man.
loves Teo.
Do they?
Yes,
Man.
Trey Man.
You can love a dude.
Can man ever
No,
be a
does Trey
dude or a guy?
Man's draft status make him a dude?
Trace Man's a man.
He's a man.
Well, I don't.
Trey, man.
Trey, man. I think he's a man just because I think people are like, he got drafted there. He got
Yeah.
drafted that high.
Yep.
Like that's kind of crazy.
Okay, so your
He's
man
gotta earn
dude
it.
guy ranking can be based on where you're drafted to.
That's why Giddey's a dude.
Okay, I don't agree, but moving on.
Were you
Mike
here
Muscala next. Poku.
Dude.
Dude.
I'm saying he's a guy.
Okay,
You are.
My guy.
Preemptive guy.
My guy. I
Oh,
like,
he's
I
your
like
He
guy.
that
definitely
dude.
got some. He might be a guy. Tweets last year.
Oh man. Oh yeah, he got
Oh,
something. He
man.
might be a
He
guy.
might be
I think he's a guy.
tweet.
We'll see. We'll see. We got to see it consistently.
Guys. JRE.
Oh, that's a dude.
How?
Summer League.
Summer League.
No. Man.
No, he's a dude.
He's
You
a
have to
dude.
start somewhere. You have
Yeah,
to start
dude,
at
that's
man.
the starting
He
point.
did. He started for the team in Summer League.
And then you're hearing some of the things people were saying about him. He's a dude. could
saying
be a
he's
guy
shooting
real
the ball well. Yeah. There's
There were moments definitely in Summer League where I thought, ooh, he may be a guy.
He played at Villanova. It's always a good start.
Could be a guy real quick. Isaiah Roby.
He's a dude.
He's a dude.
Okay.
He's a man, dude.
So you're saying Isaiah Roby and Josh Giddey are both dudes at
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
time.
Agreed.
Okay. Paul Watson Jr.
Man.
Aaron Wiggins.
Man.
Dude.
Man.
He had a good summer league too, but he's not a dude.
No.
He's a
I
two-way.
can't. Okay, so can you imagine like Aaron Wiggins like starting on a team and like what it would look like?
I can't imagine JRE starting on it.
But then you didn't watch. Just say I didn't watch. Just say it.
Say it.
Just say it.
Say
I
it.
watched every single
Say
minute.
it.
Just say it.
You're not gonna get this out of me.
Say it.
Kenrich Williams, guy.
Guy.
DJ Wilson.
Man.
Hey, look at all their dates of birth. Happy birthday, all these people.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm older than the whole team combined. All their ages together, I'm older than that. I'm 3,000 years old.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Right, that's the man, dude, guy rankings for today. Let's go on to our next Twitter question. Oh, it comes from at Grayson Wilbanks, who wants to know at Andrew Schlecht, what did your kids think of the video Shay did for them? Pretty cool moment.
Yeah,
All right, Luke, man, dude, or guy?
I'm a die.
A
I'm
die.
a die. I'm the man. I'm the L man.
He's definitely
I'm the L man.
oh man taking L's this morning.
Uh-huh.
I would. They liked it. They thought it was neat. Yeah, they were excited.
They say, "Oh, that is
I
neat."
apparently missed that, by the way.
I said, "Ooh,
They said,
Ooh.
Dad, I am excited.
that is neat. Neato."
They were like, "What?"
Yeah, I bet they were.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, let's go on to the next Twitter question. And it says it's from at
tweet.
Dort Point. I'm trying to pick which one. After a summer's worth of training, who do you think would win an arm wrestling tournament? I would bet on Dort, but I might have to switch to Roby now.
Dort.
Ooh, I don't know.
Dort.
Roby's got the longer arms, so the muscles stretched out.
Dort is giant.
Yeah.
He is giant.
In person,
Yes.
it's shocking.
Yes, shocking. Oh, one moment that I hadn't mentioned yet on the pod that happened off the pod. Dort was walking down the hall. He saw the Down to Dunk sign. So the way that it was organized was that you have to walk down this long hallway. You see the sign, that then you have to walk down a long hallway to get to where the room is that I'm in. And he sees the sign, and I can hear him go. He's like, "Oh, this is Down to Dort." Before he gets
Nice.
to the door, you can hear him talking about it.
Good job, everyone.
And he walks in, and he is just like nearly giggling about like the Down to Dort stuff as he's like walking in.
I love that.
Yeah.
Although
So-
we've been mispronouncing his
We've
name.
been mispronouncing his name. It's down
Door.
to Door.
Door.
Dort.
Door.
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 Yeah, we
Dort.
settled that. He's fine with Dort.
I know, but I don't know if I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Well, you think about it.
I know.
You
Yeah,
do, yeah. You,
Luke, maybe you should decide for him.
yeah, why don't you be the only one that just says door all the time?
Down the door. I wish.
It's not even the
All
right way
right.
to say it.
Shut up! I'm practicing. Hey,
Luke just basically, don't forget that he refused to go to games.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for dollar
If they
beers.
don't have something that they've never done
I need
ever
dollar
before,
beers or dollar hot dogs.
that
I'm
would
never
get
going to a
me.
game.
That would for sure get me there to a preseason game.
I'll let them know.
Okay.
If you're trying to get one guy to come to the games, here's
Here's
one way.
If you want the L man,
Uh-huh. Hey, guys,
Oh man.
which one do you guys do the next question? I have to go to work, but I'll leave you with this question. It's from at Andrew_Ealer. Did you get any players to say the Down to Dunk intro for the pod this season?
Yeah, I mean, I got everybody that I interviewed. I haven't done it yet.
I can't wait.
Swamped this week.
Nothing's ever gonna beat Steven Ennis, though.
Nothing. I mean, just Steven in general.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey guys, have a good day.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
thanks for everything today, Luke.
No, nothing can beat just Steven by himself. Like I'm just asking him to do like the normal intro, and he is
Perfect.
like just blasting the F word like for no reason at all. Like all these other guys are just like being normal people where they're just like, "Oh yeah, sure, I will say what you just asked me to say."
Mm-hmm.
You know, so But yeah, everybody was great. Everybody was really, really nice and really great.
You want to do some rapid fire TQs?
Rapid
All right,
fire
let's
me,
rock
bro.
through these. All right, so from at OKC Panther, do you think Presti specifically targets international players? And if so, why do you think he does?
I asked him about this actually on Friday. Did you guys hear the answer?
Nope.
No.
So he said,
I stopped listening to Presti interviews, to be honest with you.
wow, you're a real fan.
Well, until they
Um,
pay me, until they give me $1 beer and $1 hot dog, I will not
I'm
listen to
right.
Presti.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
that's a great point. Let's hold out. He's I just said, like, are you intentionally picking international players, or is this just happenstance that like those are the guys that are available?
Those are the value guys.
So he said it's a little bit of both. He said that he does like that international players, when they get here, they already have a better concept of team and are often more prepared because they have played professionally
Yeah.
before.
Makes sense.
So he does like that, but for the most part, like in the draft, it's been guys that were that's where they were. That's the guys that were highest on the board for them. They selected him. He brought up like JRE. He was like, JRE fits the same mold of like team concept, plays like a pro already. He's like, he fit that same mold. He played at Villanova. So he's like, he said, we are looking for those kind of players. And some of them are international and some of them are not.
Okay.
So
Next question from at MJ Ashton. Which OKC players besides Shea would you look to be drafting in your fantasy basketball league?
oh, great question.
That is a good question.
Yeah, it's tough because there's not a lot to work with here with the Thunder.
Fantasy basketball is all about some sort of high statistical category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you need somebody that gets a lot of minutes. I mean, I would honestly like not shy away from taking Josh because I think he's going to play a lot. Good, you're going to get rebounds from the guard position because I think you'll be able to start him at guard, which is nice to get rebounds. You'll be sacrificing three-pointers. That just is what it is. But you'll be getting
assists.
You'll be getting assists and rebounds and points
from
him.
Position you.
If Roby plays more, that might be a nice value pick in your fantasy. Like have a guy, okay, he's giving you a couple of threes.
Is he going to put up stats? Is the only thing.
Well, it's just going to be good percentages. He might give you a couple threes at the big spot.
Yeah.
And, a couple rebounds. I'm not talking about this is your starter. I'm just saying like, okay, I can put this guy in and he's going to give me a little bit across the board that's going to not bring the whole thing down.
Yeah.
Lou Dort is an interesting one because real basketball, yes, totally. Defense matters.
He doesn't do
fantasy
anything that's going to get you the points.
No.
I think I would take Basley before I took Dort, just because Baze will put up shots
and get
and
rebounds.
he'll get boards and he'll blocks and steals. He'll get those too. So
are we missing anyone?
Those would be the guys. Not really. I mean,
Yeah.
Poku is like deep sleeper, right? Because like,
God, those percent. I'm not taking those.
if he if Poku becomes a really good player this year, he'll be a steal in whatever fantasy draft. Everybody else is just like, probably not. Like, can Kenrich do what he did last season? This season, is he going to get the chance to? I don't know. But that's probably it. Everybody else is too young. I mean, Ty Jerome, like if you need threes, like desperately at the end of your bench, like he could be a guy.
But again, not a lot of minutes.
Yeah, I was about to say it all depends on.
But
what
we just
minute
don't
he
know
gets.
is the thing.
Yeah.
Like who's going to play the minutes? We don't know.
Yeah.
At this point.
All right, this is our last Twitter question from @Benelephant_King. You are meeting someone for the first time. No words are spoken. The only way to communicate the type of person you are is by cookie. What type of cookie are you handing out?
Jay?
Here's the deal. Oatmeal chocolate chip cookie.
It's a great cookie.
It's my favorite of all the cookies.
Yeah.
It's a really good cookie.
And so for me, it's a little bit unique, but it is very much just a solid cookie.
My mother-in-law makes the best oatmeal and chocolate chip
Anytime.
cookies.
Anytime you
in the
want to just
world.
bring a pack here, right here, I'll eat them all on the podcast.
When she asked me what I want for my birthday, I just say that.
A dozen chocolate oatmeal
Dang.
cookies.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm giving milk chocolate covered pretzel because I know what you want from me. I know what you want from me. I'm not going to give it to you.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you something.
That's valid.
It just might not be what
you're
you
going to
want.
appreciate it, but it is definitely not going to be.
It's going to be good, but it's not going to be what you asked for. Sorry.
What about peanut butter swirl from City Bites?
Ooh,
Those are good.
Yeah.
A little too much. City Bite cookie. It's like I want to eat half of it, and
I'm
then I
letting you
want a
know
little
that
bit more.
I'm
It's too much.
honest with you in this moment is that I'm not sure I would ever say it was too much cookie. About pretty much any cookie.
Okay,
Cake,
extra large cookie cake.
maybe too much cookie. Yeah. Not sure I would say it though.
Yeah.
I'd still be like, I'm gonna get through it, just not in one sitting.
Also, it's never a cookie. Cookie cake cookie is its own kind of cookie.
You're right.
It's really
They're
not
so
a
good,
cookie.
though.
They're very good, but
Mizuki?
ooh,
That's good.
my God. Can you imagine if you gave someone a Pizookie? A hot skillet Pizookie?
You could do it.
Wow.
I would say something.
That really would. Yeah, that now talk about a
would
first
say something.
impression.
Wow.
Andrew, what cookie you bringing, man?
I think I already said it.
What'd you say?
A peanut butter swirl cookie.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that was your answer. I thought that was you were trying to project to be Taylor's answer.
No, I like it.
What does that mean?
Delicious.
I got one last question for you.
Mm.
Are you miffed or you peeved?
Miffed and peeved.
It's already running around, man.
Oh, he's running.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor, you miffed or peeved?
Dudes are peeved. I'm trying to figure out why my work gas bill is so high right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like $100 a month. I'm like, what on earth could my building be using gas for right now?
Is it just
have-
leaking
yeah,
gas?
that's
It might be.
I'd be miffed. And also, I
Terrified.
hope you're not smoking or anything there because it
No,
could,
I feel like we would know. But
So what would run off of gas?
I
Hot
so I
water
looked
heater,
it up. Hot water.
furnace?
We don't have a hot water heater in the thing. We have this like electric water heater under the sink that just does it right there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I have no idea what could be using gas.
Oh, that's terrifying.
yeah,
Yeah.
You're in
sketchy.
danger.
yeah,
Somebody's
probably,
just siphoning gas from your meter to their house.
probably. And now I'm just thinking,
$100 is a lot, though.
it's a lot, right? I mean, it's a big
Especially-
old building, but
But especially
what
when
am I
nothing
using?
should be running.
yeah, what's running gas?
You don't have the furnace running.
no.
You should tell them to come out and tell you what's going on.
Check it out.
Yeah, all you have to do is say we have a gas leak, and then they just all show up, and the fire department,
They instantly
and they
will
shut
show
your
up.
gas off, and you don't ever get it
Oh,
back.
also, this is awesome in the same utility category here. So on our building, we have the main electric wire from like the street pole, OG&E,
Yeah.
goes to a pole in the building and then comes down, puts all the electricity in the building. Well, that pole last winter, the big ice storm, it like bent the pole down because of the weight.
Yeah.
And so now this wire is like kind of close to the roof.
They didn't fix it.
Well, we got OG&E out and they're like, oh, that's we can't fix that. He's like, you need that fixed, but you have to pay an electrician to fix it. And we're like, no, the electrician said OG&E fixes it. He said no, because it's the pole. That pole is not OG&E's pole. That's the building's pole.
No.
Yeah.
I hate that kind of crap.
Yeah. So it's like whatever.
No one
Okay.
will take
So people just
responsibility
wants
for it.
to you'd rather have people just die.
Yeah,
That's what they would
so
prefer.
they don't have to pay for it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should know that.
I should know that.
Gosh. When are you ever going to learn?
You want to be successful?
Know that everyone's trying to kill me.
No, and also know that everybody else's death is not as important as your financial success.
Yeah. True.
Dollar hot dogs and dollar beers Monday night. Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Charlotte Hornets. It'll be your first taste
Yeah.
of what this team's going to look like.
It's true.
Final predictions for the starting five. Andrew,
Shea.
1,
Dort.
2,
Poku.
3.
3.
No, 4. Giddey.
Basley.
Good from the
Basley.
bench.
Roby.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
I wouldn't mind if Kenrich was in there instead of Bays.
Hey, if you joined us on the stream this morning, thank you. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and set the old notifications so you can follow us live and get you some content this season.
Peace.